Hello children, welcome. See, in my last video I discussed about uh, some important organelles, like I discussed about the Golgi bodies, I discussed about the mitochondria. Golgi bodies produce so many chemical substances, mainly enzymes and hormones, right? Then lysosomes help in destroying the waste materials, also help in killing the cells when they are old or injured. So they are called suicide bags of the cell. Mitochondria. Mitochondria are called powerhouse of the cell. Why they are called powerhouse of the cell? Because they produce energy from the food that we take or any organism takes. And that energy is stored in the form of ATP molecules, adenosine triphosphate. Whenever there is requirement of energy, adenosine triphosphate is converted to adenosine diphosphate and some amount of energy released. Again, when there is excess energy, adenosine diphosphate is converted back to adenosine triphosphate. Because it stores energy and releases energy whenever the body requires, cells require, mitochondria are called powerhouse of the cell. Mitochondria are called powerhouse of the cell. Now, today I am going to discuss about some more organelles. See, I have drawn a simple figure of an animal cell. In some books you may feel complicated, you may find complicated diagrams. This is a simple cell which shows almost all the organelles except the organelles which are found in the plant cells, that is plastids, are found only in plant cells, and vacuoles which are not usually found in animal cells. Even if they are found, they will be very small, not so very conspicuous, not very conspicuous. They don't usually have vacuoles. Some have, but temporarily, not permanent. Right? Now, one organelle which is found only in the plant cells is the plastids. Plastids contain pigments. Plastids contain the pigments. There are different coloring pigments in the plants. There are three types of plastids. One is the chloroplasts. Second is the chromoplasts. And third, the leucoplasts. There are three types of plastids. These are found only in plant cells. Right? Just for your information, I have marked the three important components of any cell. One is a cell membrane, second is cytoplasm, and third one is nucleus. 1, 2, 3. The essential components of any cell in the sense eukaryotic cell, a true cell, are cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. Okay, this I will discuss later after I tell about these organelles. Then we will go to nucleus, the most important organelle of any cell, right? Now, plastids are of three types: chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast. The chloroplast contains a pigment called as chlorophyll. Chloroplasts contain a pigment called as chlorophyll, which is green in color. This pigment is required for photosynthesis. Chlorophyll traps the solar energy. It helps in trapping the solar energy, which is very essential for photosynthesis. Right? With that solar energy, it splits water into hydrogen and oxygen. Then hydrogen is converted into carbohydrates, that is starch. which is produced in the leaves, right? Then we have another plastid which is called chroma means color, right? Chromoplasts. These chromoplasts have different pigments which impart red, yellow, orange colors. Mostly they are found in the petals. They are mostly found in the petals. Chlorophyll is found in the leaves, whereas chromoplasts are found in the petals, which impart different color to the petals or the fruits. Flowers have different colors, is it not? They have even the flowers. What pigments they are having? They have pigments like xanthophyll and carotenes. These chromoplasts have pigments like the xanthophyll and carotenes, which impart different colors to the flowers or to the fruits, right? Petals of flowers or the fruits have different colors. Some have red, yellow, orange, violet, some are pinkish. Different colors we have, is it not? Different shades we have in the flowers because of such pigments which are present in chromoplasts. Now the third type of plastids are called leucoplasts. Leuco means white. They don't have any coloring pigments, but they help as storage structures. They help as storage structures. What they do? They store certain materials like starch, oils, protein granules, etc. They store certain materials like the starch, oils or protein molecules, protein granules. So, three types of plastids: chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast, found only in the plants. Found only in the plants, right? Okay, next. There is another organelle. It is considered to be a non-living structure in the leaves, and this is found mostly in the plant cells, rarely in the animal cells. Even if we are finding them in the animal cells, they are temporary. They are temporary. These are called as vacuoles. These are called vacuoles. They also are storage structures. They also are storage structures. They help in storing food as well as waste materials. They help in storing food and waste materials. Right? In case of a plant cell, these vacuoles are large. In plant cells, in plant cells, vacuoles are large and they occupy most of the place in the cytoplasm. In the plant cells, vacuoles are quite large. The nucleus is pushed to one side in plant cells. The remaining all portion, all area is covered by the vacuoles. Sometimes we call it as a central vacuole. And a vacuole contains both useful as well as waste materials. It contains useful materials, food materials, right? And waste material which have to be disposed, which have to be thrown out of the plants. Both are contained in the vacuoles. Now, these vacuoles contain a fluid, watery fluid, which is called as cell sap. We call it as cell sap. Vacuoles contain a watery fluid which is called as cell sap. For example, you take a young plant or a baby plant and try to break it. Stems will be very soft in a young plant. If you break the stem, liquid comes out, oozes out of the stem. Right? So they contain watery fluid which is called as cell sap. And this cell sap is bound by a membrane which is called as tonoplast. Membrane around the vacuoles. A membrane around the vacuoles is called as tonoplast, which stores so many structures. Starch will be there, oils will be there, amino acids will be there, many substances which are required for the plants. And this water and the tonoplast, that is the vacuoles in short, provide turgidity, means a proper shape to the plant cells. They provide turgidity, means proper shape, definite shape is provided because of the vacuoles. Right? And in case of animal cells, they are very small in number and less also. They are small in size and less in number. They are smaller in size, not like the plant cells. They don't store much things in animal cell. In plant cells, they are very useful as storage structures. Right? So, plastids, which are of three types: chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast. Chloroplasts contain a green pigment called chlorophyll which helps in photosynthesis and it is found in the leaves. Chromoplasts which provide colors to the petals and fruits, that is flowers and fruits, and it contains pigments like the xanthophyll, carotenes, etc. Leucoplasts which don't have any coloring pigment but help in storing starch, oils, protein granules, etc. Next, vacuoles which contain both food material, that is useful materials, as well as waste materials which are not required for the plants. The fluid material inside the vacuoles is called cell sap, which is surrounded by a membrane called tonoplast. In plant cells, vacuoles are large, occupy most of the area in the cytoplasm, whereas in animal cells they are very small or maybe absent also. Alright? Now, we go to another structure which is very important, that is the ribosomes. That is the ribosomes. See, there are two types of nucleic acids in a cell. One is called DNA and another is called RNA. One is called DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. One is called DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, and another one is called ribonucleic acid, RNA. This RNA, that is ribonucleic acid, is associated with protein synthesis. See, the ribosomes are, right? See, here also you can see the ribosomes here. This is what we call as rough endoplasmic reticulum. Now you can see the granules here. These are nothing but ribosomes, right? Okay, these ribosomes contain RNA, that is ribonucleic acid. Contains a nucleic acid called as ribonucleic acid, which helps in protein synthesis. Now, these ribosomes may be found either scattered in the cytoplasm, or they may be attached to the outer surface of endoplasmic reticulum. See, this one is smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and this one is rough endoplasmic reticulum. Why it is rough? Because of ribosomes. Ribosomes are found on the outer surface, upper surface of this endoplasmic reticulum. That's why the surface is rough. So, the rough endoplasmic reticulum is the site of protein synthesis. Here in smooth endoplasmic reticulum, we don't find any ribosomes. That's why it's called smooth, right? So, ribosomes are associated with protein synthesis, which are found either scattered in the cytoplasm or attached to rough endoplasmic reticulum. So, these are the organelles. Mitochondria, and this one is called as centrosome. Centrosome is found only in animal cells. Centrosomes are found only in animal cells. Centrosome contains centrioles. Centrosome contains one or two centrioles. You can see these rod-like structures, right? They have asters here. These centrioles take part only during cell division, become active only during cell division. One centriole moves to this pole, another centriole moves to this pole and form the asters, means fibers, which connect or hold the chromosome. This is what is called as chromatin network. This is a nucleus, see, and there is a chromatin network here. This chromatin later turns into chromosomes. So these chromosomes are held by these centrioles on either side of the cell. One on this side, another on this side. They are called poles of the cell, right? And they form what we call as spindle apparatus. I will discuss about cell division in the end after discussing about all the organelles. Okay, so only during cell division the centrioles become active and they form spindle fiber. The spindle apparatus means what? They form long fibers which will be holding the chromosomes. Right? This is all about the organelles which are found in the cells generally, except for some which are only in animal cell. Centrosome or centrioles are found only in animal cells, whereas plastids are found only in plant cells. They are found only in plant cells. In addition to cell membrane, this is a cell membrane. In plant cells, we have one more structure, protective structure, which is called as cell wall. Which is mainly made up of cellulose. This is a general material. In most of the cells there is cellulose, but depending on the cells, depending on the species, it may contain even different substances. They are all sugars. They contain different sugars. That they may be algin or pectin or hemicellulose, like that. Different substances may form the cell wall, or chitin, right? Different substances make this, but usually in the cell wall of the plant cells we find cellulose, right? That's enough for today. Next time I will discuss about the most important structure, that is the nucleus. It is the nucleus. I'll discuss about that. With this one, this part is called as the nucleus. I will discuss in detail about the nucleus, its importance, right? Till then, keep reading, and if you like my video, share and subscribe without fail. Okay, that will give me some encouragement, help me to make more videos for study purpose, to help you, right? Please share and subscribe if you like my videos, right? Thank you.